Hello everyone, this is Ikhlaq Khan. This video is the next video of the unit 2nd of macroeconomics. The unit 1 we have completed, that was the national income. In unit 2nd, the first chapter was the chapter money. In that chapter we have discussed the three basic concepts. We have discussed the barter system, we have discussed the meaning, advantages and limitation of barter system. After barter system we went to money. We discussed the money, we discussed the concept of money and the money supply. After money we have completed the money supply. In money supply there are certain concepts which might be tricky to you, which are related with the measures of money supply, which was adopted by RBI in 1977, which are divided with the name of M1, M2, M3, M4. But I have tried my level best to make you understand the concept of money measurement, that is M1, M2, M3, M4. Still, if you have any confusion, you can comment also. In this video, what we are going to do is the continuation of the same unit. We will continue with the next chapter, and the chapter is the banking. In the chapter 6 banking, we are going to discuss two main divisions, one commercial bank and the central bank. Central bank, when I am talking about central bank, so it's the Apex Bank of India, which is Reserve Bank of India. The first portion of this chapter deals with the commercial bank. Under commercial bank, we will be discussing the meaning of commercial bank. Then we will focus on the functions of commercial bank. They perform primary function and secondary function. We will discuss all the functions in detail. Later on, we will discuss several concepts related with the Central Bank of India, which is the Reserve Bank of India. Then we will focus on the functions of Reserve Bank of India. So I hope the previous videos were clear to you, and this video will also very helpful to you. So let's get started. Yes, then chapter 6 of unit 2nd is the chapter which deals with the banking. Under chapter banking there are two main divisions. One is the commercial bank, second division is of the central bank. Now, like any other business, commercial bank are also a business. What is commercial bank? Commercial bank is an institution which performs two major functions. And what are these two major functions? One is accepting deposits and second is granting loan. In this way, commercial banks is an institution which perform the function of accepting deposits, granting loan and making investment with the aim of earning profit. I hope the concept of commercial bank is clear to you. Like any other bank, any other business, commercial banks are also one of the business which are established in order to earn the profit. You must have familiar with the concept of SBI, that is State Bank of India, or Punjab National Bank. You must have visited such banks also. So these all banks, SBI, Punjab National Bank, or any other banks like Bank of Baroda and all, Central Bank of India, then Bank of India, these all are the example of commercial bank. They are different from financial institution. Don't get confused when we talk about commercial bank. They are different with financial institution. What is financial institution? Like LIC, UTI, Unit Trust of India, or Life Insurance Corporation and all. They are different from these because the financial institution, as I told you the two example, they don't perform the two function. What function? Accepting deposits and granting loan. Though they are granting loan, but they are not accepting the checkable deposits. We will further discuss this topic in detail. So it is an act of financial intermediaries who act commercial bank. They act as a financial intermediaries. They are intermediaries between the person who used to save and the borrowers. I hope the concept of two sector economy with the financial sector you must have studied. In that, over there we have discussed how the banks and financial sector play their role. In this way, they act as a financial intermediaries. There are two rates that we are going to discuss over here. When we talk about commercial bank, these two rates are, one rate is the borrowing rate, second rate is the lending rate. Borrowing rate at which commercial bank accept deposits. Whatever deposits we are giving, in this deposits commercial bank used to give some interest to us. So the rate at which commercial bank accept deposits, this is known as borrowing rate. Then commercial bank also lend functions, also used to advance loan. The lending rate is the rate at which the bank lends the reserve to investors. Whatever money is with the bank, they are investing, they are giving it as an advance and loan. So even in this advance and loan, they are charging sir interest, and that is known as lending interest. I hope the concept of borrowing interest and lending interest is clear to you. Borrowing interest, rate at which commercial bank accept deposits. Lending rate at which bank lend out their reserve to the investors. Now next important topic in this chapter is the functions of commercial bank. The functions of commercial bank are divided in two broad parts, though there are number of functions. Thus this all functions are divided in two broad category. First category is the primary function. Second category is the secondary function. As the name itself clear, primary functions are those functions which are very important for bank, and these are the functions which makes a bank to act as a bank. Under primary function also there are two broad functions. One is accepting deposit, second is advancing loan. Even in the meaning and definition of commercial bank, we have discussed this, that commercial banks are those which performs two functions, accepting deposit and advancing loan. So the accepting deposit and advancing loans are the two primary functions. Under accepting deposits, what commercial bank do? They are accepting deposits of us. We as a customer used to deposit our excess money for the purpose of safety, for the purpose of security, and in order to get some interest with the commercial bank. So this accepting deposits is one of the primary function of commercial bank. Now the deposit that we are keeping with the commercial bank, they are broadly of three categories. What are these three categories? The first category is the current, second category is the fixed, third category is the saving. Current deposits also known as demand deposits, fixed deposit also known as time deposits, and saving deposit is the combination of previous two. Let us move to first, current, which is also known as demand deposits. As the name itself suggests, demand deposits, they are also known as current account. You must be familiar with these account, current account. Now these are the account opened by businessmen. Normally the salary people and normal people, they don't open the current account. Current accounts are the account which are opened by businessmen because they need regular transactions. In a day they need 100 times of transactions, deposits and borrowings or withdrawal. So businessmen used to do these things. Bank open these accounts for businessmen, which is known as current account. Bank used to give no interest on such account, and rather than giving interest, sometimes they also charge certain kind of charges to provide such facility. In this way, I hope the current and demand deposit is clear to you. Demand deposits, the deposit which can be demanded at any point of time by the customer. Next kind of deposits is the fixed or time deposit. Fixed and time deposit. Now what is this fixed and time deposits? As the name itself clear, fixed deposits are the deposits which are done for a fixed period of time, say for 1 year, 2 year or 7 year of period. So fixed deposits are also known as time deposit because they are for a fixed time period. I hope the difference between demand deposit and time deposit is clear to you. In time deposit, the rate of interest is quite high compared to no interest given in the current deposit. That's why there is a higher interest rate. But as in current deposit, there are too much withdrawal facility, but there is no regular withdrawal facility in the fixed time deposits. In fixed deposit only there are two main transactions. One, deposit at the initial stage. Second, withdrawal at the maturity of the period. Next kind of deposits that commercial bank accept is the saving deposits. Now this is the most common deposit that you must be aware with you all. Saving deposit is a kind of deposit which is a combination of previous two, the current deposits and the fixed deposit. Like current deposits, over here there are facilities of withdrawal. Like fixed deposit, there is a rate of interest which is also given. So saving deposit is the most common deposits which is accepted by commercial bank. Most of the salary people used to have the saving deposits also, where bank provide some rate of interest also which is less than fixed or time deposit. Even withdrawal facilities are there, but withdrawal facilities are limited with a period of time, say 5 times of withdrawal. I hope the concept of accepting deposit is clear to you. In primary function, the second function they perform is the advancing of loan. Now once they accept the deposits, it's not that the commercial bank will keep the deposit with them. They are business, they are doing investment. In the meaning itself we have cleared that commercial bank doing investment in order to earn profit. So what investment they are doing? They are accepting deposits, and this is deposits that commercial bank have. They are advancing it to needy people at a rate of interest. Now two rate I have discussed just now with you. On accepting deposit, what is the rate? The rate is known as borrowing rate. On advancing loan, what is the rate? The rate is known as lending rate. I hope the concept is clear to you. Then advancing loan. Now again, like we have seen in accepting deposit, the three main types. In advancing loan also there are certain types of loan which commercial bank used to give. The first type of loan is the cash credit. It's the small amount of loan given by commercial bank to its customer on some securities, and securities such as current assets. Cash credit refer to a loan given by the borrower against his current asset, and this current asset may also include the kind of shares and debentures of a customer. By keeping his shares, certain current securities and current assets, the customer can borrow some kind of land. For commerce student, current asset word will be very familiar, but for humanities student, let me clear them that current assets are the properties or assets which are going to yield the benefit for a period of 1 year. And when there is an asset which yield benefit for more than a period of 1 year is known as fixed asset. For example, building and machine, they are the example of fixed asset, whereas the normal day-to-day machine equipment, tools or raw material, they are the example of current asset. I hope the concept of current asset is clear to you. So first advancing loan is cash credit. Let us move to second advancing loan, which is given by the commercial bank. The second advanced deposits is the demand loan, which is given by the commercial bank. Demand loan, as the name itself suggests, like the demand deposits which can be demanded at any point of time, same as the demand loan which can be demanded by bank at any point of time. Loan which can be recalled on demand by the bank at any time is known as demand loan. I hope the concept of demand loan is also clear to you. Moving forward, the next is the short term loan. The name itself suggests these are the loan given for a very short period of time. That's why they are known as short term loan, given as a personal loan against some collateral securities. The concept of collateral securities means the mortgage and the security that we have to keep with bank in order to take the loan. I hope these kinds of loan given by bank is clear to you. There can be other divisions also which may be divided in short term loan, long term loan or a middle term loan. There are loan which are given for a year of time, loan for 1 to 5 years and loan for more than 5 years. I hope the concept of advancing loan is clear to you. In the beginning, I told you the difference between the financial institution and bank. Yes, there is a great difference. Financial institutions are different than bank as they do not accept checkable deposits. They do not accept checkable deposits from the public, though they perform the function of lending money. LIC is an example. Whatever deposit we are keeping, that is as a premium, that is the policy amount that we are giving. It's not the checkable amount that we can get back at any point of time. I hope the difference between financial institution and bank is also clear to you. Moving forward, the next function is the secondary function. In the beginning, I told you commercial bank perform two main functions: primary function, secondary function. Primary function, two type: accepting deposits, advancing loan. Accepting deposits, three category: time deposits, which is also known as fixed deposit; current deposit, which is also known as the demand deposits; and the saving deposits. Then we have discussed the advancing loan, which may be in cash credit, demand loan or short term loan. The secondary function of commercial bank is also very important functions the commercial bank performs. The first function or the secondary is the overdraft facility. Now again, the overdraft facility is the facility provided to regular customer by a bank. The facility to a customer to withdraw more than actual amount. Suppose if I am a regular customer of one of the branch and in mine account there are 50,000 only, and suppose I need at present 65,000, so additional 15,000 I can withdraw with the help on the permission of bank, on which I will be giving the loan and interest. But this additional 15,000 withdrawal facility is given only to some of the reliable customer, not to all. I hope the overdraft facility is clear to you. overdraft to take out more than the actual balance. Next is the discounting bill of exchange. Now discounting bill of exchange is another important function that commercial bank perform. Be very careful and try to focus in this point. Discounting bill of exchange, how the commercial bank perform this function? Suppose what happen, if there are two persons A and B, they done a transactions, there was a transaction between them of purchase and sales. If the transaction was on credit, transaction is on credit, udhari mein. So if the transaction is on credit, A purchase the material from B. A is the person who purchased some goods from B. So when A purchase, A don't have money, A has purchased from B on credit. So what A will be doing? A will be issuing one bill that as a promise to pay off B the amount after a period of time. Say after 3 months, A will promise and give a bill, a written bill, that after 3 months of this date I will pay you this much amount. Suppose B now need the money and the bill he cannot get before 3 months because the bill was for 3 months. What B can do now? B can give this bill to bank. Bank will keep the bill drawn by A and bank will give the money to B. Now B will get the money and the bill is with bank. Bank will charge some amount of for their facilities and all. Say if the bill was of rupees 50,000, bank might charge 1,000, 3,000 and all. Remaining money bank will give to B. Before the maturity of bill, B get the money. Now once the bill will mature after 3 months of a period, bank will directly collect the bill from A. I hope the concept of discounting bill of exchange is clear to you. In this way, it is one of the very important functions, secondary function, which bank used to perform. The next function is the function of agency, which is known as agency function. Bank used to perform as an agent. Bank perform the function as an agent. As an agent, what banks perform? The first is the transfer of fund. Banks help us to transfer our fund from one place to another. So from one place to another, bank used to perform this function, which is known as transfer of fund. Under transfer of fund, the first is the demand draft. They provide the facility, demand draft, rather than taking cash, directly transfer, mail transfer. So transfer of fund is the one of the agency function. Next, collection of payment of various natures or various items. What happen? A businessman or a normal customers might have number of transactions with several kind of receipts and expenditure. So on these receipt and expenditure, bank used to perform this function. Commercial bank collect checks, bills, interest, dividend, subscription, rent on behalf of their customer and also make the payment. So in this way, bank perform this function also, collection and payment of various items. Okay. So bank collect the checks on behalf of customer, pay the bill, receive the bill, pay the interest, receive the interest. Dividend is the amount paid on share invested. So dividend, bank also used to get the dividend on behalf of customer, subscriptions amount, rent. So in this way, bank perform the function of collections and payment of various items. I hope this concept is also clear to you. The next function, next agency function only, is the purchase and sale of foreign exchange. Some of the bank, not all bank, but there are some of the bank who have the right and authority to deal in the foreign exchange. What is foreign exchange? Foreign exchange is the exchange of one currency with the currency of other world. Suppose the exchange of Indian rupee with the dollar or Indian rupee with the dinars and all. So in this way, purchase and sale of foreign exchange is another agency function that commercial bank perform. Next is purchase and sales of securities. Securities means shares, bonds and debentures. If you wish to invest in shares, bond and debenture, you are supposed to open one of the account which is known as Demat account. Bank also help this function to open the Demat account. In this way, bank help in purchase and sale of securities. Then next function, income and tax consultancy. Bank also provide income facilities and tax consultancy, how to pay tax, what is the amount, and in this way bank help this tax consultancy facilities. Next is the trustee and executor. After death of the customer, bank preserves the will. Will means, will, the concept of will might be clear to you. Before like one in his life used to write his will that after my death this will be the portion, this will be the division of my property. Bank used to perform as a trustee and as a executor. After the death of their customer and all, they used to keep preserve the will of the customer, and they perform the function of trustee and executor. Next is the letter of reference. When we go for some job, some interview and all, what we used to give at the end of our resume, we write some reference that for me, about me, you can contact this person and they will be about providing information. In the same way, letter of reference, bank also perform the function of letter of reference. When the customers who are regular to bank, those who are reliable, if they wish to start any new business for which they require a lot of money, so in this way bank perform the letter of reference that these persons are nice and they are credit worthiness. I hope the concept of agency function is clear to you. Next function is the general utility function. Be careful and be cautious, though the video is getting little higher side, but still this will helpful to you. This is the last topic that we are going to complete. The next function is the general utility function. Now the general utility function is also one of the secondary function. This is very common function. Like locker facility, we can keep our golds, jewelries and certain precious material in the locker provided by the bank. Traveler's check, to avoid the risk of taking cash. If you wish to go to Rajasthan, if you wish to go to Kashmir and all, rather than taking cash, you can have traveler check also. Like the ATMs and all, same way traveler checks are there which bank issue to their regular customer. Letter of credit, like we have discussed just now, the letter of reference, in the same way letter of credit is also there to certify the customer credit worthiness. Yes, that this customer will repay of the credit and all. In this way letter of credit is also issued by bank. Underwriting securities, as I told you, securities means the division of the capital in a small part. Capital is the contribution made by owner in the business. Shares, debentures, bonds, they all are securities. What happen when a big company is there, if they have doubt that whether our all assets, our all the shares and all will be issued or not, whether they will be subscribed or not, so in this way they can take help of the bank. Bank will help to underwrite securities, to provide securities on behalf of the companies. So underwriting security is one of the function of bank. As the bank are reliable, as the public has full faith in the credit, as the public has full faith in the credit worthiness of the bank, public do not hesitate in buying the securities underwritten by the bank. But bank used to underwrite the securities, means bank is giving the shares, debentures and bond on behalf of the company, assuring the customer. So customers are much familiar with their bank, so they will be much loyal towards the bank rather than loyal to company, and it will be helpful to purchase the securities. Next is the collection of statistics. The word statistics is very familiar to you, I think. The class 11th, the whole book was there for this. So in this, the collection of statistics is related with the collection of information related with the trade, commerce and industries. Most of the time you must have found Reserve Bank of India also publish certain bulletins on or where we find the information related to trade, commerce and industry information. I hope the concepts of commercial bank is clear to you. We have discussed in today's video the commercial bank, then we have discussed the major functions of commercial bank, primary and secondary. These were the main video that I have covered. In the coming videos we will continue with the one of the important function, one of the important criteria which is related with the money creation. Try to be concentrating more on the videos. At the time of watching videos, try to keep your notebook and pen along with you. Pause in some place if you have any difficulties, rewind the videos, and in this way you will be able to complete your course also, which will be helpful to you. Thank you very much.